Hello Tantric Travelers! Welcome to the Tantric Travelers Cookbook. Today we're going to make some raw cacao truffles from scratch with beautiful raw fermented cacao all the way from Tabasco, Mexico, where I was fortunate enough to visit and source these beautiful cacao seeds myself from Mesoamerica, the original home of the world's most powerful food, chocolate. So 5,000 years ago, on the Gulf Coast of Mexico, the Olmecs, probably the women, found cacao trees and opened up the pods and decided to use the seeds to ferment to make drinks and to make that beautiful paste that we now call chocolate. And they used to crush it with their stone metates and manos, which is a grinding stone. But here in Canada today I don't have one of those, so I'm going to use a wooden implement because cacao does better when we don't use metal with it. So I'm just going to gently crush some of these seeds, and as you can see, when they open up, inside the skin is that wonderful substance, which is cacao, that looks almost like chocolate already, even before it's ground up, and it tastes like chocolate. It's not very sweet, but it's fruity, and tasting it right now, it's got that bitterness and that deep, dark, secret something that chocolate has that you just can't describe. So we're gonna separate the skins, or the cascaras, from the seeds that we've lightly crushed, like that. And we're going to put the skins aside so that we can use them for a tea later, a really nice mild cacao tea. And I've also put some cardamom pods in that little bowl to use in the tea because those flavors are beautiful together. And I've already crushed up a bunch of these cacao seeds, probably about half a pound or so. And if we're going to make, let's say, a half a dozen of these handmade raw cacao truffles, I would probably use about 3 or 4 handfuls of the crushed cacao nibs, or cacao seeds, and just lay them out in your workplace. And we're also going to crush up, as I mentioned, some cardamom. And this cardamom might be from Guatemala because Guatemala is one of the world's top producers of this powerful, potent spice, which tastes a little citrusy and a little spicy, so like black pepper and orange peel mixed together with maybe some bergamot in there. And we're going to do the same thing to the cardamom pods as we did to the cacao seeds, and just crush them with our magical wooden crusher that I got in San Pedro in Guatemala on one of my tantric travels. Just going to crush those seeds, so those pods, so that the cardamom kind of gets separated from the skin. And put the skins aside. If you want to see what the cardamom pod looks like on the inside, it's pretty cool. There's some black seeds with a little bit of a silvery coating on it. And we're going to put a few pods worth of seeds over here and just give those an extra crush. I would say probably you could do anywhere from 1 to 3 pods per truffle, depending on how much you like cardamom. I love it, so I like to put a lot. And just sort of crush it to activate the flavor of the cardamom. Maybe put a little bit more aside. There we go, we have our cardamom. And then we're going to take our date paste. So this is soft Iranian dates that have been compressed. It's really cheap to buy in Canada. You could also take any dates that you can find and mash them up yourself, or, soak them. If they're really dry, you can soak them and then mash them up. But I really like working with this date paste, which I found by accident in my hunting and gathering. And I'm going to add some coconut oil and make kind of a teaspoon worth of date paste into a ball. And then I'm going to divide it in half and just coat that with these cacao seeds and cardamom seeds crushed up, and then put those two halves back together so it's all distributed, and make it into a ball that's got the nice blend of the smooth, silky, sweet date paste with the crunchy, amazing, fermented, magical flavor of all-natural raw chocolate that's the cacao. And we've got this nice, shiny, coconut-oiled sphere of goodness. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to coat it in a few spots, again with more of the cacao seeds and cardamom seeds. And to finish it off and make it look beautiful, I'm going to do what the Olmecs did, what the Maya do, and what the Mexica or the Aztecs did too, and add chili so it opens up all of your cardiovascular system to the power of the cacao. Oh, and I'm going to add some of this pink Himalayan sea salt too, which I really love. Coarsely ground, of course, so you can see the color of the salt. And I'm just going to intermittently marble the truffle with this pink sea salt and this beautiful coral colored cayenne, which is 90,000 British heat units, so it's the hottest of the hot. I love it. If you want to go a little milder, you can, but you know, it's worth a shot. See what your tongue can handle and push your brain to the outer limits, because that's what cooking in the Tantric playground is all about. It's about improvising with food that will turn you on, light you up, and blow your mind. So here we have this really pretty, gently marbled cacao, raw cacao truffle. Looks good. And to top it all off, I happened to find this piece of pomegranate in the fridge this morning. So I think we're going to take some of these pomegranate jewels and just bejewel our truffles with these, just to give it that extra intriguing beauty that people love to see in their food before they eat it, before it hits their tongue and their brain. It smells amazing. You can smell the cardamom, you can smell the cacao. Look at these gorgeous jewels of pomegranate seeds. And there you go. You have raw criollo cacao truffles. Now all you have to do is bite into one. See what happens. I'm going to do that. Enjoy, Tantric travelers. Maltiosh, gracias.